Honorable Chief Minister of Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Chandrababu Naidu, my colleague in the Government of India, who is the force behind this partnership summit, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, my another colleague, Minister for Civil Aviation, Sri Ashok Gajapati Raju, the captains of industry, the officials, and also the representatives of the CAA and the delegates who have all assembled here from different parts of the globe, and the distinguished partners who have all joined this CAA summit. Friends, I am really happy to be here amidst you all today because the entire world is looking towards India, because India is the happening place and India is looking towards Andhra Pradesh and Visakhapatnam. We have seen the global economy slow down. Even our neighbor, a powerful economy, China, also a little slow. The only favorable country for investment is India. This is not what Venkaiah Naidu is saying or Narendra Modi is promoting. The World Economic Forum, World Bank, ADB, Moody ratings, not Modi ratings, even Moody ratings. The entire world is looking towards India with interest. I was there the other day when friends from UAE has come. They are showing keen interest in India. And I was there in the vibrant Gujarat summit, there also a lot of interest. And more than 35 to 40 ambassadors of different countries, they came and met me. They are all showing interest in India, particularly in the Smart City program and the Amrut program initiated by Sri Narendra Bhai Modi. Because India is the place of happening. And the Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, he gave us a 3-line mantra. He said, reform, perform and transform. I told him, sir, I will add one more word. Reform, perform, transform, and then we inform also, because I might be minister also. The information, what is happening in India, what is happening in Andhra Pradesh, through interactive sessions, through presentations, through discussions, you will be able to know better. The Prime Minister is very keen that we bring reforms in every sector because he is one of the great transformers of the country. He wants to transform India. He wants to make it a strong, stable, prosperous nation. And he wants to have inclusive growth. Inclusive growth. He wants every section of the people to feel that they are also part of the development story of India. And he wants to see that the fruits of development reach the ordinary people, common people also. So his entire effort is in the direction of transformation. And if the country has to transform, the states also has to transform. That's why the Prime Minister said that we must all work as Team India. Center and states, irrespective of the political color of the state government, we are cooperating with the state government. We want to see that the cooperative federalism, which is our basic principle, is put into operation without any discrimination. That's why we are all here today also to extend support to the state government of Andhra Pradesh in its efforts to take the state forward. Friends, as I was explaining to you, in every sector, things are moving. You have seen earlier what was the story about India, what is the story about now. People now are thinking that they are an able leader and a stable government because there is a stability and also ability of the leader and stability of the governance. Because the ruling party has got comfortable majority. And the second thing is there is a change of mindset among the people of India. In the political system and in the political discourse, the focus is more on development, speedy development. That is the political discourse that is going on. The political jargon, whatever we discuss, that also has changed now. People are talking about Make in India. PM has given a program called as MISI-DC. MISI-DC is the name given by me, program is given by the Prime Minister. MI, Make in India, SI, Skill India, DI, Digital India, CI, Clean India, that is MISI-DC program. It has caught up the imagination of the people. And everybody want to come and do something here. Even the foreign companies also, who used to supply us earlier, now they want to come here and they want to set up their own units because they find the atmosphere is favorable. Secondly, there is a broad consensus about reforms. There will be some people here and there, once in a way they will be opposing because they have to oppose. But I also tell you what happens in a democratic system. I propose, they oppose, let the House dispose, and the House has a majority for the reforms. That is a system, the country and the state. Now there is a competition between the states. Every state want to compete. You just now heard that the state of Andhra Pradesh under the able leadership of Chandrababu Naidu has crossed the double-digit growth. And states like Madhya Pradesh, states like Rajasthan, states like Chhattisgarh, states like Jharkhand, even states like Bihar, they are all in the race now for development. Every state is trying to hold an investors meeting, try to create the conducive atmosphere, and the Prime Minister said here afterwards, no more red tape, there will be red carpet. To whoever want to come and invest, there is a red carpet for everybody. Bureaucratic delays, they are identified, and then solutions are found. Ease of doing business, ease of approvals. I am Minister for Urban Development. In urban development, if you have to construct buildings or provide a construction permit, people used to say, sir, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years and all, you have to go to number of ministers and move around. Now, 7 of us ministers, we sat together, we discussed civil aviation, defense, railways, consumer affairs, or also the environment ministry, myself, we sat together and then we are almost coming with some final recommendation that you make an application, you make a declaration, within 60 days it is approved. If it is not approved, deemed to have been approved. If there is no reply, then that means it has been deemed to have been approved. This sort of changes we are bringing in. That's why the mood is, as I told you, one is the political mood is for development. Second is the competitiveness among the states. And the third one is the driving leadership of the Prime Minister. It all depends on the leader, either at the center or the state. Why Andhra Pradesh is progressing? Because you have a Chief Minister here who is not only dynamic, who has a vision. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, I have been observing for years together. He is a worker, work. No work, that he will become unrestive. He wants to work. Work is his work. That is how he was able to bring this state to this level in spite of certain drawbacks of the division of the state. Earlier, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has focused his attention as the undivided Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, developing Hyderabad and making Hyderabad a favorite destination. But thanks to his vision and ability in this short period of 2 years, in spite of handicaps, now people are talking about Andhra Pradesh, people are thinking of investment in Andhra Pradesh. I told you, whoever foreign company comes to me, they meet me. Because nowadays, metro stations, smart cities, the Amrut, they are all the flavors of the season. And they want to come and invest. And we have now opened FDI, foreign direct investment. We have removed the strings of the foreign direct investment. Secondly, also, we have also, as I told you, expedited the sanctioning process. And thirdly, center and state are working together. And fourthly, the Prime Minister himself is always monitoring. Because as a leader, he thinks that we must move faster. I'll just give you a few examples. Initially, he said we must all open bank accounts. In 59 years, there were only 5 crore bank accounts or 6 crore bank accounts. So some of us told him, sir, yes, we'll do it in 5 years. He said, 5 years? Then we said, a thing which cannot be done in 59 years. If you do it in 5 years, it's fine. He said, no, it should be done in 1 year, 4 months, 1 year, 6 months. PM is PM. But I must tell you, I must happy to inform you that today there are 26.72 crore new bank accounts opened by the same employees, same people, no OT, only everybody did their duty. OT means overtime. Everybody has done their duty and 26.72 crore bank accounts have been opened now in the country. This is the progress, this is the speed with which the development is taking place in the country. And the National Highway Program, my colleague will come in the afternoon, Mr. Nitin Gadkari. Earlier it almost has come to a halt after the great leaders, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who brought the connectivity revolution in the country. He brought air connectivity, highway connectivity, rural connectivity, tele-connectivity, television connectivity, port connectivity, political connectivity. He brought the connectivity revolution in the country, Vajpayee. And now Modi ji is building on this connectivity. He wants to strengthen it further. And now the speed in which you are working is 30 kilometers per day, national highway, highways, rural roads, now port connectivity, now inland transport also is another new area. In every area, whatever possibilities are there, because fortunately in India, we have inherent strength of talent. We have inherent strength of even minerals. We have strength of natural resources. And those resources are being put to proper use. And there is a transparency. In the last 2.5 years of this government, no scam, no scandal, nobody can put an accusing finger against the government or the leader, because the overhead tank is clean and pure water is coming. The overhead tank in Delhi is clean, so pure water is coming. That's why the people are finding that this is an interesting thing that has come. And second thing is now, friends, as we all acknowledge that there was a parallel economy, so the government has gone for a major reform of demonetization or remonetization. Initially, some people were expressing doubts and some experts are also writing. I don't find fault with them. They have no motives, the foreigners who wrote articles, because they never had an exposure for such a massive demonetization, because India is a huge country with 133 crore people and with the 86% of the high denomination notes which are under circulation. No country has experienced this. So India, the Prime Minister was bold, he was great to take such bold decision, and then he has taken the decision of demonetization or remonetization, or we don't call it as a notebandi, it's called as notebadari. After that, the entire country, things are changing, and some people are wondering, some commentary is being made, some 15 lakh crores have come to bank, what is the advantage you got? Now I can tell you, my friends, every note has come back to bank, and note is followed by an address. There is a geotagging type of thing. ये नोट का पता क्या है, इनका पिता कौन है, इनका एड्रेस क्या है, किसका अकाउंट में है, सब मालूम हो गया लोगों को. Now the money has reached the banking system. Whether it is white or black, that will be known after scrutiny. Our critics, they will be disappointed, greatly disappointed, I can assure them. They will be greatly disappointed. Because the money has come to system and there was no address. And our neighbor was trying to aid, abet funding and terrorists also. And there was Hawala transaction, there was drug trafficking, there was woman trafficking, there was child trafficking, which was thriving on this parallel economy. And today, it has become the martyr of the past. I don't say that everything has come under control, but things are moving in proper direction. I must also tell you, the foreign delegates who are all assembled here, in spite of temporary pain, people have realized that there is a long-term gain. People have realized that this is a bitter pill for long-term ill. For long-term ill, to cure the long-term ill, bitter pill has been administered. And today, I can tell you, 50 days people have to stand in a queue. I have no hesitation making public. They were standing in queue to draw their own money. Their own money. But in this country, in spite of 50 days waiting in the queue, no riot, no disturbance, no hangama. Only some sections of the media, they highlight it because, you know, they are 24/7, they have to making news, breaking news, good news, bad news. नहीं तो खुद उनका news एक दूसरे के खिलाफ चलाते रहना है. That is their work. But at the same time, the people, I salute the wisdom of the common people of India. They stood by the Prime Minister of India. Because this is a reform that is long overdue. The entire money should come into system and everybody should come into tax net. If everybody comes to tax net, then the interest rates will come down. The money that is available for the government to spend on the welfare, that will also increase. I am happy. I am one of the largest beneficiaries of this because I head the housing ministry. My housing interest rate has come down considerably. I hope that my friend, Mr. Arun Jaitley, will do some more in the coming budget. I don't want to discuss it because budget is going to come. It's coming on 1st February. So in the budget also, the interest rates now 4% interest subvention for the middle income group. 3% interest subvention for the poor people, 6.5% interest subvention. So there is going to be a boom in a housing sector. Boom in a housing sector means in cement, in steel, in construction. There will be a lot of activity, a lot of employment, a lot of potentiality for investment also is start. 100 smart cities. 100 smart cities. There is now new urban renaissance that is happening in India. Everybody want to convert, everybody want to change their city, certain areas retrofitting, certain areas redevelopment, certain areas satellite towns. New ideas are coming and now everybody want to compete with other, and there is now a newfound enthusiasm, friends, because investment is fine, But now newfound enthusiasm is they have realized that they have to reform, they have to perform and they have to transform so that you can inspire the confidence in the PPP model, public-private partnership, that will succeed only if the local bodies, who are the executive bodies, if they operate properly. The local bodies are competing to show that they have brought reforms, and I introduced them credit rating of every municipality. Municipal bonds are going to be issued also for the municipalities to strengthen their economy. Already my Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken a historic decision. 42% of the central government money is going to go to the states. 5% of the money is going to go to the local bodies. And then whatever money I give, I told them use this by 5 crores for every smart city. This 500 crores which we give, use it as a seed money. Go to the market, get the money. And to expedite clearances and all, one need not go through corporation, mayor, this party, that party, sometimes other party, not necessary. You can go, and there is now a special purpose vehicle created. Directly the special purpose vehicle will be dealing with this. Municipal bonds are allowed, as I told you. And everything has become transparent, and there is accountability also fixed. Same thing is with regard to Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. 500 cities of 1 lakh population above. You have opportunities of transport, opportunities of sanitation, drinking water, solid waste management. A lot of opportunities are there for the companies to come and invest, both Indian companies as well as foreign companies also. As I told you, there is a new urban renaissance that is taking place. All the 500 cities, they are getting ready. And then there is the Prime Minister. I will just touch the last point and conclude. I don't want to take much of your time. The Prime Minister is trying to bring out a behavioral change. Attitudinal change. Earlier people used to think that everything will be done by the government. We need not do anything. Now PM made people to realize that everyone has to participate. The center, the state, the municipal body, the individuals, the public, everyone has to participate in the governance. That's why insisted on transparency and accountability. Jawabdehi. And now today, the mood is, earlier the mood was, sab kaam sarkar karega, hum bekar baithe to chalega. అన్ని గవర్నమెంట్ చూసుకుంటుంది, మనకెందుకులే దేశం సంగతి దేవుడు ఇరుక చిట్టినాబద్దకు శ్రీరామ రక్ష అనే ఆలోచన ఆ రోజు ఉండేది. టుడే ఎవ్రీబడి ఈస్ ఫీలింగ్ దట్ దే హావ్ టు డూ సంథింగ్. దే హావ్ టు పే లిటిల్ ఎక్స్ట్రా ఫర్ ఎక్స్ట్రా సర్వీసెస్. పీపుల్ ఆర్ నాట్ క్లామరింగ్ ఫర్ ఫ్రీ. పీపుల్ ఆర్ క్లామరింగ్ ఫర్ మోర్ సర్వీసెస్. సార్, ఐ వాంట్ మెట్రో ఫర్ మై సిటీ. ఐ వాంట్ రింగ్ రోడ్ ఫర్ మై సిటీ. ఐ వాంట్ హైవే ఫర్ మై సిటీ. ఐ వాంట్ unadulterated water for my area. I want 24/7. Earlier the talk was free power. According to me, free power means first low power, afterwards no power. No power is free power only. But now Modi ji has brought that attitudinal change. People are asking for assured power, 24/7. That is the mood among the nation. It's a very positive development that is happening. So he brought that attitudinal change. The Swachh Bharat, tan se, man se, dhan se. Tan se means body, clean. Man se, mind also should be clean. No attack, no atrocities on women, no atrocities on weaker sections. Who should, all of them are our brethren. And then dhan se, money also should be, jaisa mind hai, jaisa paisa bhi hona chahiye, clean money. This campaign has caught up the images of the people. Beti bachao, beti padhao, that also has caught the images of the people. And I can tell you, friends, the Prime Minister's appeal has so much influence of the people, moral authority. There are, in India, we give subsidy for the LPG gas cylinder. We give good amounts of subsidy. Everybody was enjoying. Even I was enjoying. MPs were enjoying subsidy. We do not deserve subsidy, really, because we can afford. There are many people who can afford like that. So the Prime Minister gave a call. Whoever can afford subsidy, please surrender your subsidy. I am happy to inform you, 1 crore 40 lakh people have returned their subsidy without any hesitation because of the call given by the Prime Minister. That is the behavioral change. That is the attitudinal change he is bringing in. And the competitive spirit is already there. So keeping all these things in mind, friends, as I told you, it is a place which is worth investing. It is a government which can be trustworthy. And then there are opportunities in the states, different states of the country. Every state is competing, as I told you. And then you have here a state which is new, which is young, which is dynamic. It is young as well as experienced also. Young, how can you say, sir, it is young and experienced? This man, Chief Minister, was Chief Minister of the combined state. He was also instrumental in the reforms he brought in. So today the state is small. So he is focusing more and more on every district, on every activity. And he is trying to accelerate the progress. And I can assure you, we are there in Delhi because for us, Andhra is a special state. For the government of India, Andhra Pradesh is a special state because we have special affection for the work of the Chief Minister. We have a special affection for the injustice that was done to the state that has to be rectified by the centre. That's why a number of projects, IITs, triple IITs, IIMs. Have you heard the story of one state getting that many IITs, that many triple IITs, then IIM also, then All India Medical Institute also, then NIT, National Institute of Technology also, then you have 64,000 crore worth of national highways have been promised to the state, and there is no power shortage. 54,000 crores petroleum investments in the petroleum sectors have been announced by colleague by Dharmendra Pradhan. 64,000 crores national highway, 54,000 crores petroleum project. As I told you, educational institutions one after another, they have been sanctioned. And this state is blessed by another thing, nature, because we have 1,000 kilometers of coast. 1,000. You can really go for a big marine economy. And secondly, 1,000 kilometers of national highway, non-stop. Then we have 1,000 kilometers of national railway line also. You have railway line, you have highway, and you have coast also. And then you have, as I told you, you have a hard-working Chief Minister. Hard-working Chief Minister. So this is a rare combination. And then you also have air connectivity. This state is now small, 13 districts, but you have 5 airports operating. You have Visakhapatnam Airport, international airport. You have Vijayawada Airport, which has come up and which is fast is going to develop. And you have another international airport, Tirupati Airport. You have an airport in Rajahmundry in between, the coastal belt. And you have an airport in Kadapa. These are all functional airports. And the Chief Minister is having a vision to develop airports in other district centers also. So friends, great opportunities are there. You can come and you can see the beauty, and you can see the duty, and you can make the state mighty. This beauty, duty, and it will finally will become the mighty. So take this advantage, come here, and then join our effort to strengthen the country and strengthen the state. I assure you, as an urban development minister, anybody dealing with the smart cities, anybody dealing with housing program, housing, 1,93,000 houses have been sanctioned to this new state by the central government. 1,93,000 houses have been sanctioned. And state government also is having its own plan. And then thirdly, anybody who want to do something with regard to Amrut cities, anybody who want to do with anything, we in the government, the ministers, we will be taking personal interest and will see to it that your guided property, your issues are addressed. This is what I want to say. I am once again happy that this government of Andhra Pradesh partnering with the government of India. I would like to compliment my colleague Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman for conducting this conference in such a big manner and getting this much response, and also working along with the state government of Andhra Pradesh and also the CAA for taking this initiative and mobilizing all these people for this wonderful gathering. I hope that meaningful things will emerge, and all the announcements and pronouncements that are made, MOUs that were signed earlier, they will all become fully operational in the coming days, and then we will be able to build up further momentum for the growth of the state and for growth of the country. This is my wish. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
As the Honourable Minister would also need to leave, may I request the Honourable Chief Minister to kindly felicitate Shri Venkaiah Naidu.